All right, I think we're finally live. Welcome everybody to the Friday Chromeworks live stream where sorry, just got to click something here, where we do Scratch question and answers, especially for new users who have just finished my cat and mouse tutorial series. So if you're out there in TV land and you'd like to ask a Scratch question, please join us. You can ask questions in the YouTube chat attached to this file, or you can come see me on Zoom, and I'll send you that information right now. My Zoom meeting ID is 664-642-6911. So if you're watching and you would like to come into the live stream and ask a Scratch question, any question you want, or just anything at all that is interesting to you about coding, we'd love to talk to you here. So please come on in and join us. In the meantime, I'm joined today by Thane, one of my great coders. Hi, Thane.
Hi. Hi.
So Thane is here from Florida as usual, and if nobody dials in with any questions, we're just going to do a bit of coding today and maybe just make something live. I'm also joined by Cannon from Oregon. Hi, Cannon. How are you? I don't think Cannon's live here. All right.
I just
don't think you have a working mic right now.
Yeah. No worries. So if anyone has a Scratch question or something they'd like to see us tackle, please dial into our Zoom meeting. Your face will not be shown on the stream, so we're just doing this like a radio program, so we'll just pipe your voice in and you can ask a question. Otherwise, please, we're just going to get started here with a little bit of coding, I think. So Cannon's still not with us. Cannon, say hi if you're with us. All right, I guess not. So let's go over to our teaching.
Okay.
Well,
maybe ask
him to text in chat.
Like text.
It's all good. If he'll join us when he's ready to go if he's around. I'm not particularly worried about that. All right. So we're over on our coding screen here, looking at some Scratch, and I thought, Thane, that we would just try maybe a little bit of live coding today. Show everyone the nitty-gritty of how coding is done from idea to inception, right? So you had an idea for something that we can try and code here today while we're waiting for questions?
Yep.
Yep.
All right. So I'll go ahead and create the file then. Actually.
Okay, but how is that going to help us over here on my screen, buddy?
All right. We'll just use yours then.
Yeah, I think I'll.
Can you send your link?
Yeah. So I'm going to. I'll call this live coding, and I will share the file. There we go, and let's get the URL for you.
Okay.
I will put it into Ask Mr. T.
Okay, got it.
You got it? Okay.
Yep, here
Oh,
I am.
yeah, here we go.
Okay.
All right, so what was your idea, Thane? Can you explain in a little bit more detail what it is that you want to try and do today?
First of all, Super Cannon's back. He just texted that.
Oh, okay.
And okay.
So
Ow!
Wait a sec.
I have to deal with my brother.
All right. Cannon, are you there, buddy? I think so. Oh, hey, dude, how are you doing?
Okay, so
all right,
I'm back now. Sorry.
Okay, no worries. Okay, Thane. So, what do you think we should try coding today?
It's gonna.
I want some sort of like
game.
So
there's going to be.
What I want happening is I want arrows to be on both sides of the screen,
and then
each
time you
press one, it shows you to a different spot of the room.
And then
there's
spot of the room. Okay,
yeah.
so you want.
Yeah.
Sorry, so the arrows on the left and right side of the screen.
Yeah.
So let's go find those. I'll just find some generic arrows for now.
Yep.
Yep.
And then
I'm thinking instead of doing it computer related, I want to do it key related game.
So here's
the story.
You get stuck
You
with
get
a
stuck
bunch
with
of
a bunch of keys,
and you're trapped
and you're trapped in a room.
and
Okay.
you have
And you have to escape
by
by
and you have to
and you have to escape the room
by using
those
But
keys.
the thing is,
But
you don't know which goes in which. Although there are slits of paper around the room that you can find by using the arrows. And
Okay.
they're
hidden
in
in different places.
And they'll tell you
And they'll tell you
which
clues
key
on
goes
which
in
key
where.
goes and where.
All right. So we only have an hour to code here, Thane. So I want to make sure that we don't get too ambitious. But
Okay, so let's just do for now. Let's just do three keys to unlock it.
3 keys to unlock. Okay. So you
So-
want to.
We need three
All right.
keys.
So we're gonna put keys down on the screen then. I think we
Yeah.
have some keys in here. Okay. So I found a key.
There's a key.
Yeah.
We can make
And
a
you want-
yellow, red, and blue key. So
Okay,
we'll
so
add
I'll
it.
just
We'll add
duplicate
some
them.
blocks as well.
All right. So let's change the colors on some of these keys then. So I'll do a red key.
A red key.
That looks lovely. And a green key. Or what color keys do you want?
A blue key.
A gold key, and a red key.
Blue key.
This is where
we can tell which key goes where.
And a gold. Well, this one's kind of gold already.
Yes.
And
So we can
and a 4th key. What color did you want that one to be?
I said
3,
three, not 4. We can
Oh,
just do
3?
3.
Okay, 3 keys. Okay, so we got 3 keys now. Key 1 or key 2 and key 3.
Now
I
we
don't
need
really like these.
different locks.
Now we need
locks.
So
Okay.
So can you save your file so I can go ahead and reload it?
Sure.
All right.
There we
All
go.
right.
All right,
Okay.
now I don't
Okay.
know if we have anything that looks like a lock here in Scratch right now. We could draw one, of course. Yeah.
Actually, go ahead and draw the lock. I can go ahead and paint it,
And
and I can send it to you or something.
Okay. Well, that's going to be a little tricky, eh? I can go ahead and draw a quick padlock here, I think, as well. So let me just go ahead and do that.
Yeah. So you can go ahead and do it. Actually,
You'll do the
you'll
art,
do the art, and then
we
we can start coding after that.
Yeah, for sure. Okay,
And then-
so
And then
For now,
for now, we can
just
just make it a door,
And then each side of the room
has
has
a clue from where each key goes to.
okay. So I'm going to make
Wait,
this
Yeah.
Shouldn't they be color coded though, so that you can tell which
the
one
locks.
goes where?
So while I'm drawing this, maybe you can explain a little bit more about what you want to do here. So we've got 3 keys, and how many locks are we going to have?
3 locks.
Three locks, each
color-coded
color coded from
for
for the different
Okay. So
But we
3
don't
keys.
But we don't
We
need.
can
We can actually just make
one
one
sprite
sprite
and then
and then
make
different
different
key slots,
different colors
on it,
like
like a big rectangle with 3 different key slots.
Okay.
And then you have keys in it.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can draw a keyhole shaped.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, that sounds like a good plan. So let me move this to the back here. All right.
and
This,
after
this,
that,
So you can go.
and then
And then I'll go ahead. So
what we're
what
basically
we're basically going to do is each time you press an arrow, you go to a different
side
of the
like
room.
for example, when you press
Well,
the
left key,
left key, you go
to
to
another
another area.
okay, but I'm just not sure what we're seeing. Like, I don't understand how this is a game thing.
It's a game.
It's a game because you have to find all the clues. It's a puzzle. It's a puzzle.
Okay.
It's an escape
type of game.
It's an escape room type of puzzle. So I'm sitting here in a room that has a padlock in it and 3 keys sitting in it, right? And then where else can you go, and what else is in the other rooms?
For now,
since we don't have much time, let's just make one room and then we'll say you win at the end.
But we can add
more.
Like as
All right.
Like as a remix.
So yeah, let's just keep this simple for now. So we're in a room, so we don't need these arrows right now. Hi, Cannon. Or, oh, who's that? Cam. Sorry, hi, Cam.
Yeah, Cam.
Yeah, Cam.
Yeah, hi. How's it going?
Good. So Cam's one of my co-op students. He's joining us today. I don't think there's anyone else on the internet watching us today. So we're just having a little bit of fun with some live coding here. Thane has a Thane has a project idea, and we're trying to kind of help him implement his idea here. But I'm having a hard time figuring out exactly what he has in mind.
Alright, can you reload the project and I'll go ahead and start some coding, and then maybe I can share my screen just to show you what I mean.
Well, I guess so. I'd rather do the coding here and have you tell me what to do so that we can do it together rather than, like, there's nothing here to watch while you're coding. So I'd rather do it all on this screen, buddy.
Alright, so let's just start coding then. So starting off, we need the three keys. One found in the padlock, so that when they go in, that each hole is like...
Alright, so the padlock has to be modified to add 3 different keyholes? Is that what you were suggesting?
Yeah, three different keyholes. And then each time a key goes in.
Okay,
each
so
time a key. Well, maybe we should actually make those sprites. We should make those separate sprites. This way it's easier to do.
Make the keyholes a separate sprite?
Yeah. The keyholes.
Okay.
The keyholes a separate sprite.
Yeah, let's do that.
Make sprites for 3 keyholes.
All right.
I have an idea come to my head.
All right, so let's try that now. We'll do something like this, and then I'll draw a box underneath it. And I'm going to turn it into a keyhole by making it skinnier at the top than at the bottom, a little bit like this. I'm just going to drag the sides in like this, and like this.
Okay.
And there we go. We got something that looks pretty much like a keyhole there, eh?
All right. Then after that, we go ahead and duplicate that 2 times.
Okay, so let's just put these down here. Duplicate.
Well, actually, we actually don't need those anymore.
What?
I'm so sorry. Alright, maybe you should think of an idea instead. Let's just let you think of an idea.
Of a game idea?
Yeah, because this is getting complicated.
Okay, yeah, so I don't know if you really thought out this idea very well. Okay, so we've got a padlock here. Cannon, if you're with us, I'm happy to have a suggestion here. Is there anything we can do to turn this into a game? So, yeah. Just
maybe
putting...
Maybe we should do something like filming or something.
Some filming?
Like filming editing. Well, never mind, because we don't have a film to edit.
Yeah, well, there's always stuff that we can do with film editing, but that's not really what I want to do today. I was here to do some coding, so we're going to do some coding here. Okay, so since you don't have any great ideas, I'm just going to talk a little bit about something. Let's just start building something. I'm going to just start with a brand new project because I'm not happy with this lock idea at all. It doesn't look like we're getting anywhere with it. So this is all right. So this is something that I learned a little while ago that I've implemented in a couple of projects now that I wanted to show these guys on the live stream at some point. So let me show you a cool little mechanism that I've been playing with over the last little while that makes your characters move in a more kind of zippy way when they go across the screen. We've actually come up with a really neat new tutorial on this, but I want to walk you through what we did here, Thane. So the goal is to, instead of having, like, I'm going to use a mouse to control my character, but instead of having him move at the same speed towards my mouse all the time, like in cat and mouse, actually I can even implement this in cat and mouse as well. So I'm going to go back to my cat and mouse file. So right now in cat and mouse, my cat is moving around at a steady speed. And what I want is for the cat to move. The farther away my cat is, I want him to move faster when he's far away and slower when he's close to my mouse, basically. And so what I'm going to do here is we're going to tell our character to move a certain speed and multiply it by something. So we're going to point towards the mouse. Well, I have this saved in a different project somewhere. Let me actually just find a project that already has this made so I can remember what I did here in the coding last time. No one is watching, so it's really no. Here it is, zippy movement using multiplication. want to have a look at the code here. Move distance to mouse pointer. I'm just going to put this in my backpack and I'll pull it out again into my cat and mouse game. So instead of moving 6 steps, what we're going to do here is, let me try that again. Where'd that block go? Oh, here it is. We're going to move basically based on the distance to the mouse pointer. So how far away is my cat from the mouse pointer, multiplied by a small number, 0.1 basically. And I want to show you what this does to the program here. So watch what happens when I click the green flag here. The cat moves very quickly when you're far away, but as it gets closer, it slows down. And that is a really cool, it makes the game feel a little bit more kind of professional and a lot smoother.
Yeah, but I bet you change the steps because it's a little too fast.
It's a little too fast, yeah. So I think we can change this multiplication to
0.007 sounds good to me.
0.007
sounds.
Well, I've got 0.1 right now, and so let's try half of 0.1, which is 0.05.
Okay.
Now let's see what that does. Yeah, so I don't know, is that a bit too... Actually, that's feeling not bad.
That's
You want to try a different... Yeah?
Definitely.
Definitely.
Yeah, okay. So anyway, this is a slightly more complicated way to do Move It, but when you see it actually running in a game, it's very, very smooth and just feels much more responsive. It feels more like you're playing a pro video game when you do it this way. So again, we're calculating how far away I am from the mouse pointer and then moving that distance. So let's say I'm 100 pixels away. Let's say I'm 100 pixels away from my mouse pointer. It's 100 times 0.05, which is a speed of 5, basically. But the closer I get to the mouse pointer, the less it'll be. So when my distance is only 50, my speed will go down to 2.5. And when my distance is 225, it'll go down to 1/2 of that and 1/2 of that again, basically. And so the idea is the farther away your mouse is, the faster your character moves. And as it gets closer, it starts to slow down.
Okay,
I actually have an idea for the mouse.
What do you want to do?
Idea in mind?
Okay, what's your idea for the...
Maybe as the cat comes closer to a mouse, the mouse runs faster.
Oh, that's not a bad idea. Yeah, okay.
Because then
So-
the mice aren't like random. They don't look stupid. They look
Yeah.
Actually,
I actually like that idea. Yeah.
Actually smart.
So let's try and give them...
Smart.
So that's a really good plan, actually, Thane. Let's give the mice a little bit of artificial intelligence here to make them try and run away from us a little bit more, eh? So right now they're moving 2 steps. And so how do you think we should go about coding this? Do you have any ideas yourself, Thane?
Alright, so before you said so the mouse is chasing
Sorry, the mouse?
I mean the cat is chasing your cursor, right?
Right.
Isn't there a way we can flip that around and instead make the mouse run away from the cat?
Well, yeah. So we've got them the mice moving randomly right now, but we don't necessarily have to make them. Like, we can change this code around right now and make them. So the first step was what you said was when the cat gets close, we can make them move a little bit faster. So what we're going to have to do here is add a variable for the mice's speed. I'm going to make a new variable. I'm going to call it speed. And then we just have to figure out how to manipulate that variable. So I'll put speed steps in here. At the very beginning, when I start as a clone, we're going to set speed to 2, which is the default speed. All right. So move speed steps. And we'll do an if statement here, and we'll change that speed around if we get too close, right? So if...
distance to cat
is like,
let's say
if distance to cat is somewhere around
if if distance to cat is less than a certain value.
Well, actually, we need an else for this then.
Okay.
Can you?
Yeah. Okay.
If else.
All right. Let's grab an if else then.
I have an idea for this.
Okay.
So we're gonna say if distance to cat is less than we'll say 80. Let's do 80.
Okay. So if distance to cat
is
okay,
less
yeah.
80. If distance to cat is less than 80.
Then we want to
say change.
Then we want to
say change the speed
by around.
Let's change it by 0.1, so it won't go way too fast.
Hold it. So you want it to go faster and faster and faster, because if we do change in here, it's going to keep it's going to keep going faster by the more that you stay close to him, right? I can try that. I think it's going to create some interesting stuff here, though. Let's give that a try.
We want to set a max of how far it can run, so it won't just start zooming.
All right, so a max speed. So how fast do you think the max speed should be?
0.7. Maybe.
No, because the mice are moving at a speed of 2 right now. We're going to start increasing their speed, but we want to give them a speed limit, right?
Alright, then let's set it to 3.
I'll set it to 3.
Really? That doesn't seem like much of a speed up, right?
Okay, then.
Alright, let's set it to 5.
5. Okay. So we're going to say if speed is less than 5, and let's go grab our variable here for speed.
That actually needs to be an if else as well.
No, we're going to put it. No, we're going to do if speed is less than 5, then we're going to change our speed. Otherwise, it's going to ignore that and it won't change our speed. All right. So I think this should work. So now our speed is going to gradually increase until it gets up to 5, and then that's about it.
Wait, but
now,
what if the cat is still
if the distance is greater, then we set our speed back to 2 again. So let's set our speed.
That's not what I mean. I mean, what if the cat is still close to the mice, even when it reaches the speed of 5?
Well, then he'll get caught. I mean, the point is the cat is trying to catch the mice, and we want him to be able to catch them.
Maybe we just set the speed to 5 instead.
Oh, we could. I just want to see how this accelerating thing works.
Okay.
So let's just test it out and see whether it works. So right now, the way we have it set up are if we're close to the mice, they're going to slowly start to accelerate until they hit a speed of 5. And I think that actually might look cool here.
Wait, something else?
Can we do that?
Yeah. I don't see their speed increasing. Oh, okay. Whoa. So... You know what? I have to make speed a local variable. It has to be if I want.
And also, you probably should do something to make it more professional. You should instead make when the cat starts getting farther away, the mice starts slowing down. That just makes it more realistic.
Let's just get this first feature done, and then we'll try it again. So the mistake I made here was that I coded a global variable, which means that there's one speed for all the mice. I don't want that. I just want each mouse to have their own variable. So I'm going to go make a speed variable here again, but this time I'm going to do it for this sprite only, so that each of these mice has its own speed variable. Now I can go ahead and put move speed steps in here, and we'll drop a speed back if distance to cat is so we'll go if distance to cat is less than 80 set, or we'll go change
speed by 0.1.
And then we'll set, I'm just going to set the speed back to 2 again, otherwise.
For now. We can change that later, right?
Yeah, we can modify that later. I just want to get the first feature working before we start messing around with this more. We don't want to bite off one.
Let's get started.
All right, so. Oh, he is speeding up. Look at that. A little bit. I think I want him to speed up faster, though. So let's change this speed up to 0.2 and see how that works.
And let's also change the speed limit to like 7, maybe?
Maybe.
Or would that be too fast? Because
the cat moves at a speed of...
The cat moves...
Yeah, that's kind of fun, eh? You can see them trying to move away. It's not making them that hard to catch, but it does look like they don't want to get eaten anymore, right?
I guess some more intelligence.
I'm going to try an even bigger number here. Let's try 0.5 and see what that looks like.
Okay.
The problem I think is the bouncy walls.
Yeah. Let's
make it harder by getting let's get rid of the bouncing thing and instead delete the clone, because that just seems easier.
So, sorry, get rid of the bouncing off the walls, and then what happens to the mice?
When they touch the edge of the screen, they disappear. This way it looks like they're like leaving the scene.
Oh, and so, yeah, well, that's an interesting new twist. Sure, I'm always looking for new ways to do cat and mouse, so let's try that then. So we'll tell them if touching edge.
Let's start by getting rid of the if on edge bounce part.
Yeah, we'll get rid of, that's a good plan. We'll get rid of the if on edge bounce. And so we'll add another if statement in here that says if touching edge,
then we
delete this clone. Delete this clone, yeah. Okay, delete this clone. I love this plan. All right, so let's have a look at this now. Yeah, so they're gone. Maybe we should play a sound when they disappear, eh? Like a pop sound or something.
One more thing.
I think you should change the speed so that there's more mice on the screen at a time.
Yeah, so we'll change the spawn rate a little bit. Yeah, that's a good plan.
So right now
let's change it to 0.7.
That seems like
a good speed to me.
All right, 0.7. I like how we're cooking now.
All right, let's go
ahead and set and see what happens.
All right, click the green flag. I want them to run away even faster, eh?
Let's change it to 0.
I'm going by 1. I'm going to try 1 here and see what that looks like. And we need more mice. Whoa.
And I think
you forgot to set your score to 0, like at the beginning.
Yeah, I probably did, eh? So let's go ahead and do that when green flag clicked.
And you also forgot to set your speed. Well, actually, we don't need that anymore now that we got the set speed to 2, actually.
Well, no, we, oh yeah, it's going to go back to 2 anyway, right? Automatically.
So after this step, maybe let's try, and I feel like the distance needs to be more. So let's say 100 instead.
Really? Okay.
Let's try 100. We should be working on slowing down if you want, like slowing down the mice when the cat is near them.
Well, they already do slow down to 2 when you're not near them. All right.
They just go to 2 immediately. They just go to 2.
Right. Oh, so you want to make them gradually slow down. Okay. And so let's do the same. So let's go add another if statement here. We'll set a speed limit on them again. So if speed is greater than 2, if speed is greater than 2, then we're going to
change speed by negative 1.
Yeah, good plan. Change speed by -1. I love this idea.
So let's try it now. See what happens.
Whoa. Okay, so their speed is 0 right now. I think I have to initialize that speed variable.
Yeah.
So let's go set speed
Now you have to
to 2. Yeah.
Now you do because we added slowly gradually.
Okay, so when I'm close, they go fast, and when I move far away, I don't think they slow down a bit. They do slow down a bit. Yeah. Okay. I think
they're slowing down too fast. I think they need to slow down a little bit less.
Okay, so you want to go to put a different number in there? What, minus what?
Negative 0.76.
That's an odd choice, but okay. 0.76.
Let's try it.
Ready, set, go.
Alright, so... Cool. I actually think this looks really kind of fun, and it does make it harder to catch mice. It's like, no, they keep slipping through my fingers.
It makes the game way harder.
All right.
And also, I think it needs to. I said it 0.6 though.
Hey, Cannon. Thane, Thane, can you zip for a second so Cannon can say something? Hey, Cannon.
Sure.
I made a mouse. If you want to see it, you don't have to use it. If you wanted to look at it.
You made a mouse sprite, you mean?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right, yeah.
There's no code in the character.
No, that's fine.
I already took a look at it.
Costume1.zip. All right, let's load it up in here. You just drew that now, Cannon?
Yeah, I did.
Oh, nice. Thank you.
Actually, just during the stream.
Oh, that is that's very cute. Okay, very nice. You want to substitute that for? Yeah, let me get back into my cat and mouse project.
You don't have to.
No, it's fine. I love it. So I'm gonna go back to my cat and mouse project. I'll load it in there. Upload sprite. Costume 1. Oh, actually, I'm going to, let's put it right into the mouse here so that we can substitute the
I think you need a second costume, though.
Yeah, and I'm going to do that right now. I'm going to modify it to make him wiggle his legs around a little bit. So I'm going to duplicate the sprite.
Maybe you should actually make his whiskers move as well. Like that gives it a little more of a realistic feel.
I love that plan. That's a perfect plan. Yeah, okay. So let's, in the second version here, we're going to take these guys and rotate them kind of independently, I think, to get them. Wow, I'm not quite zoomed in on this enough.
Alright.
And we'll do the same thing here. We'll kind of move it out a little. All right, and we want to make the legs appear like they're moving. They're round legs, so we're gonna just move them out. We'll move these two out like this, and in the other costume, we'll move the other two out, I think. So in this one, we'll move these two out, and I think that will look a little bit like it's walking. I'm not sure. So let's
test it out.
Let's test it out and see what it looks like. Okay. Yeah, they look like they're walking a little bit.
The problem is their size.
Yeah, let's bump up their size a little bit.
Yeah, let's make the size a little bigger.
Oh, they're at 50 right now, so let's see what it is at 100. What it looks like at 100 size here. Yeah, it looks pretty good. It looks pretty close to what I want it to be in this game. Very cute, Cannon. Thank you for sharing that with us.
And now the mice actually have a brain.
Yeah. So I would like to keep adding some AI to these mice. Maybe we'll try having them steer a little bit to get away from us, right? So now how would we go about doing this? So let's have, when we get close to them, if distance to the cat is less than 100, we'll also have them turn a little bit, eh? So the thing is, they're always going to be turning in the same direction. So if we tell them to turn like 5 degrees, let me just show you what that looks like. I mean, that will be interesting, but so we'll just go turn 5 degrees to the right or something like that if we're close. But the thing is, they're always going to be turning in the right direction. So I think what we have to do is maybe create a new function or something that makes them pick a random direction to go in. So
they can't go in the direction of the mouse either.
Yeah. Well, there we go.
I mean, the cat. They can't go in the direction of the cat as well.
Hey, look at this. Hey, this is pretty funny.
We don't want the mice to be stupid again. So we don't want the mice to like turn it in the direction of the cat.
Okay. I think I'm gonna
make it 3 degrees.
3 degrees, you think? Okay, let's try 3.
That's another thing we have to accomplish.
Yeah, they're definitely looking a lot smarter now. Whoop.
maybe we should give them a bit more AI. So can you
yeah, what I'm gonna the first thing I'm gonna do is have them move in random directions. Instead of going turn 3 degrees here, I'm gonna create a custom block here that's called turn randomly.
Okay.
But
all right. By cannon.
Oh, cannon's going again.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks, Cannon. Thanks for dropping in, buddy. All right. So we're gonna go turn randomly, and we're gonna put that inside here. If our speed is too close, turn randomly. And so what we're going to do every time we get this turn randomly command is we're just going to pick a random number. We'll go if our random number. So let's go if.
We want to make sure it's not all directions though, as well.
Yeah. If pick random. Okay. If pick random 1 to 2 is equal to 1. Let's do an if-else here then, right?
Yeah, you always forget your if-else.
I know, it's my crime. It's the thing that I always do. Okay. So if it's a 1, we're going to turn 3 degrees in one direction, and then we'll turn 3 degrees in the other direction.
Yeah.
Now, the problem with this, though, is that they're constantly going to be shifting back and forth between the two directions. Watch what I'm talking about here. So they'll just look like they're wiggling, and they won't actually be able to decide which way they're turning. So watch this. So they're not really turning anymore, or they're turning a little bit, but you see how they're kind of just doing an S shape all around. It does make them look more alive, right? But I want them to turn a little bit before. So I wonder if we put these turn things into a little repeat loop, like maybe repeat 10 times, so that they get a chance to do a full circle before they change their mind again. So let's try this out. Oh, but the thing is, while we're doing that, they've lost their ability to move. So we don't want the code to pause here at this moment where we turn randomly, and that's what's happening when we send this off to a custom block. It runs through this whole thing and then comes back again. We want them to turn as a separate part of the program. What I think I'm going to try here is broadcasting a message instead, and I'm pretty sure that the message will be received and continue running, but then the program won't wait for it the same way it would with a custom block. And I'm pretty sure that's going to work. So let's give her a try here. I'm going to go events, broadcast a new message. So that was happening right here. And the new message is turn randomly. Whoop. There's something weird going on. Turn randomly. Let me just stop my program.
You gotta remember never to always to stop your projects.
Yes. Thanks for the
That's
advice, sir. All right, so now we're going to grab when I receive my message that says turn randomly. So hopefully they'll turn a little bit, but still continue to move while that's happening. Let's test it out and see if I was right.
Okay.
Yeah. So they pick a random direction to turn in.
But I feel like they should turn a bit more. So I feel like you should set it for like 25 maybe.
That much?
That gives them a 75-degree angle.
Well, we could randomize this number as well, right? So let's give it a try.
Oh, I meant
25. Holy cow! Our poor mice.
I meant for the repeat, not the turn.
Oh, okay. That was what confused me here. Okay.
So 3 degrees and 20 and repeat 25.
Okay, let's try that. 3.
I bet that's gonna work better.
All right, let's give this a try.
Instead of dance party, it's actually gonna
Okay, hold it. So they're not. I don't think they're really turning 20 that many degrees, eh? I think the problem is that they are getting.
We don't want them to have a dance party. All right. Well.
So let's have a look at this code here. When they get that, so the problem is that they're getting that turn randomly button, but command, but then it's broadcasting again and again and again. So I think what we have to do is make that broadcast have a little cooldown time, basically.
But that's
so that
not
it does...
the whole code. Wouldn't it?
No, I think what we can do is we can put the broadcast here inside of an if statement.
Okay.
Okay, so this is interesting. So we're gonna basically say it's only gonna broadcast the turn randomly when the timer. So let's go reset the timer here. Every time around. Hold it. So we're gonna reset the timer inside here, and I think, and we're gonna say.
No, we broadcast the message, then we reset the timer.
I think that'd be better.
Okay, so what we want to do is start a timer going, and then we're going to come back here and check and see if the timer has reached a certain number yet before it lets. So we're going to say if timer is
Equal to 2?
No. So hold it. We want it to be working, so the timer's going to be starting right away. Okay, so we could reset the timer before we even get into this. So we're just going to no, every time we go around here, it'll reset the timer. That doesn't work. So broadcast turn.
Broadcast first. I think you should broadcast it first and then reset the timer.
So we're broadcasting that message only if the timer is greater than a certain number. And then when we're in here, it'll, okay, I think this will work actually. So let's go greater than, and we'll put timer in here. If timer is greater than 2, so that'll theoretically create a 2-second cooldown. So the first time we go through here, the timer will be like 20 or some big number, right? It's gonna, if that happens, timer will be greater than 2, which means it'll go in here, reset the timer, broadcast, get the guy turning again. But then the second time it comes around here, the timer will be less than 2 and it'll ignore what's happening. So I actually think this will... Oh, hey Deck, how you doing, buddy?
I'm good, thanks.
Good. So, have you been watching the stream, Deck?
Pardon?
Have you been watching the stream, or did you just jump in now?
Oh no, I just came back from school.
Okay. So, Deck, what we're doing here is we're doing some more modifications to cat and mouse, and what we've created, what we're trying to create is a little bit of artificial intelligence for our mice so that they try and run away from us and turn.
Yeah.
So let me show. We're just about to test a new feature here that's going to make them turn properly. Whoa. Yeah.
That worked.
That actually did work, eh?
Thanks for watching my animation.
Sorry, Deck. What do you say, Deck? Okay, I didn't hear what Deck said.
Deck, I like your video on the two best friends. That one was really good.
Yeah, Deck did a really great video. I actually, Deck, I'd like to show it on tomorrow's live stream if you don't mind. Would you mind me showing that?
Yeah, sure.
And it's got a good moral too.
Yeah, it's a fantastic thing. So you entered it
really
you entered your video in a contest, is that right?
Pardon?
Deck?
Oh yeah, it was for a film competition at school.
Okay, how did you? You didn't win?
Did you win?
I didn't win. No. But the one did really good.
Good.
Who was it?
This guy, Neil, he won. He made a Mission Impossible film with his brother. So it was really good.
Oh, cool. All right. Anyway, I was really impressed by your project. I tweeted it out this morning, and yeah, I'd love to show it on tomorrow's live stream if we get a chance to. So that's kind of on my agenda.
Yeah.
All right. So is this code work? So what we've got for this cat and mouse code here, I think, is working pretty well. So the mice are turning sometimes.
They're turning a little bit.
I want them to turn way more than that, though. I want to exaggerate this a little bit. So what?
All right, then change the turn speed to like 5. But not too crazy like we did
with the 25. That was pretty funny looking, eh?
We don't want
a dance party
like this.
Like this.
We don't want that.
That's better.
There we go. Hey, this is actually pretty cool.
Yeah.
All right. So I think one other thing we should do is maybe have the mice do a funny running away sound if it gets too close as well. So
make a recording.
Yeah, I'm gonna record my own voice. Deck, yeah. Thane, let Deck talk, please.
Sorry.
You know your tunnel game. Were you inspired by someone else's game, or was that just
Yeah, I was actually saying in the description that I was inspired by a game, an arcade game from the 1980s called Tempest. I don't know if you've ever heard of it. Let me show it to you right now. So it's an old arcade game. It's sideways for some reason. And so, okay, here we go.
Yeah.
And so
I thought like
you spun a wheel.
So you spun a wheel what?
Sorry, so you spin a wheel and your character goes along the edge of the screen here, just like this, and you're shooting these guys, trying to stop them from getting up to the screen to you. This is a kind of fun game. And so every time you go in, it's not always a circle like it is in my game. You can see they do a different shape each time.
Yeah, it just makes it really harder.
Yeah. Anyway, a really interesting thing. So have you tried out Terror Tunnel yet? Have you played it, Deck?
Have you shared it?
I did. Yeah, it's on my live stream page right now. If you want to give it a try. Okay, but anyway, it's it's a fun little project, and it was actually surprisingly easy to do. The whole tutorial.
I haven't done it before either.
Yeah. The whole tutorial takes less than an hour to do, and it's actually fairly simple. Like I'm saying, this isn't one for advanced users. I think even late beginner stage users might enjoy this one. If anyone's watching, which I don't think they are, but let me just switch over to my live stream page here. Let's just go chromeworks.ca/livestream. So if you're looking to play the game and try it out, you can click on the play the finished game link here.
It's really good.
Oh, good. Yeah, the movement's really cool, eh? I'm actually very proud of this game. I think it's actually going to do fairly well in the Scratch website as well. So we'll get it published under my Chromeworks account. Yeah, I think it's a fun idea. So do either of you have any idea how I made the... Okay, I hear you playing it in the background there, both of you guys.
Sorry.
It's okay. So my question to you guys is, how did I make the paddle move around in a circle like that? Any idea without looking at the code? No cheating. How do you think I made the paddle move around in a circle like that? No idea?
A code that said forever go through that circle sprite.
Not quite. Let me show you what I did here. So let's say I want this guy to rotate. Let me just get him rotating right now. And we'll tell him to turn.
By the way, Mr. why are you doing a stream on Friday?
Well, I wanted to do a stream on Fridays that was kind of general questions and answers, so the kids who are at school who are doing like remote learning can dial in and ask questions about Scratch is the idea. But no one is really paying attention, so it's just you and me and Thane here on the live stream. I don't think I'm even going to keep this online after we're done here. I probably won't actually post it. But anyway, so my guy's turning right now. You see how he's turning? Now, what happens if I go into his costume here and move him out of the center of the screen? So watch, I'm going to move him over like this. Now He's rotating around his center, right? Let's move him a little bit closer.
That's actually really cool.
Yeah, and
I got to score 3,212.
Yeah. And so if I tell him, instead of turning, I can tell him to point towards my mouse pointer.
I definitely know what I'm gonna make the remix for.
Yeah. Okay, you're gonna change the graphics?
Way harder than I thought.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm really quick at schoolwork, so like if I have time, I'll try.
Sure, I'd love to see a remix.
Summer's almost here.
Yeah. I haven't had very many kids remixing my work lately, so I'd be really happy to see you guys remixing stuff.
And it's almost Easter as well. Like I think. Wait, it's 9 more days. I think 9 more days, and then it's Easter. I can't wait.
It's my birthday tomorrow.
Oh, is it? Oh, happy birthday! All right. Well, world, say happy birthday to Deck. If anyone is watching, I think you are.
Thanks.
I noticed that Omer is here. I don't know when he typed in his message here. Hey, Omer. If you're still watching, Omer, come on, join us on stage here and say hi to the audience.
I can't see any.
Well, I saw him in the YouTube chat, but he's not. I don't know when he chatted because I wasn't looking at the YouTube chat, and it might have been a half hour ago. He said hello.
Okay. Yeah.
Anyway. Okay, so I just wanted to show you guys quickly how I did the movement. You can see it was actually it's just a matter of point towards mouse pointer, but the key is you have to move the center of your object out. So I made it out the same width as the circle, and then basically he just always tries to go to wherever your mouse is. Now I did a little bit of extra because I wanted it. I used that zippy movement feature that I showed you guys a little while ago. Let me get to the actual game here. Let's go back to the finished game.
I did. It was awesome. And it was actually really hard. I had no idea it was that hard.
Yeah.
This game actually looks really easy.
The coding's not hard at all, eh? It's surprisingly easy. There's not a ton of code in it. It's most of the code is in the crab. That's where it gets but it's not even really particularly complicated. There is a block here. I'm going to show it more on the live stream tomorrow, but there's basically each series of blocks here does a different stuff. I'll explain it during the live stream tomorrow, and of course I'll be releasing a new tutorial at 11 o'clock. All right, so I'm pretty happy with this. With the changes we made to cat and mouse here, I think we're going to turn this into a little kind of mini tutorial at some point. So cat and mouse, adding AI to mice.
And to the cat as well. Maybe you should call it cat and mouse AI.
Okay,
like
AI edition.
Cat and mouse upgraded. AI upgraded.
AI upgraded. Okay, let's do that.
Or you could just write that in the description actually, and make it easier to write in the description.
No, yeah. All right, I'm gonna use this as a basis for another tutorial at some point. Maybe I'll just release. I'm gonna be releasing a whole bunch of tutorials on different stuff you can do with cat and mouse, basically.
After Terror Tunnel. When are you gonna make the next big game, like with all the parts?
Well, Jeffrey has been talking about making a Minecraft themed game for a while, and I want to get him working on it. What it's actually going to be is kind of a Minecraft tower defense game. So we're not quite sure.
Cool.
Yeah, it sounds like a cool idea. We've been playing around with it. Jeffrey's tossing some ideas around, but he's not quite ready to go with it. I've been very busy lately, and I also am finding that the traffic on these big, complicated game tutorials is just not very good. Like some people, the Among Us one did fantastically, and we're still getting views off of that. But most of my tutorials don't get a lot of viewership. When I do simpler projects, they tend to get more viewers. And the reality is that most people who work in Scratch don't want to do a 4 or 5 hour project. They're kids who just want to jump in quickly and do something fun and then leave. So we're actually moving towards a lot.
The Among Us project is really popular because Among Us is really popular.
Well, that's exactly it, and that's one of the reasons that we want to try a Minecraft project, because we think that will get us some views. So we're trying to tie our projects to more interesting kinds of things that have a little bit more stickiness with viewers. And so that's our strategy right now.
Okay.
So so I think we're going to try for some kind of a Minecraft title next as our next big project. But I am going to be making fewer big projects. We're going to be doing a whole lot of small projects. We actually have a new series coming out that will be releasing in the next couple of weeks called Scratch Basics. And it's all a whole bunch of little 2 to 5 minute videos on how to do a very simple thing in Scratch. A lot of it's stuff we've already covered off. It's gonna be too simple for you, Thane, but it's gonna be stuff like how to move using arrow keys, how to resize a background so that it fits properly, how to there's just a whole bunch of different topics. We've I think got about 20 of these little videos all ready to go.
Nice.
And every one of them how to do a simple little task in Scratch. And so we're hoping to get some better viewership with that. All right, so I think our time's up here, guys. We're just going to I think we're just going to sign off for today. I am going to be doing something with this AI upgrade. Thane, I really think you came up with some great ideas today, so thank you very much for sharing.
Thanks.
And,
You're welcome.
Yeah, and I actually had a lot of fun coding with you once we got rid of your lock and key idea and tossed that away. After that, we actually had a lot of fun, so thanks for joining me. Anyone else who's watching in TV land, thanks as well. And